The grizzly bear is one of the most powerful and fearsome wild bears on Earth. With its massive body and overwhelming strength, it can easily take down large prey such as deer, elk, or even bison. Grizzly attacks are often sudden and lightning fast, leaving victims little chance to escape. Not only are they ferocious, but they are also patient and cunning, sometimes becoming a silent and formidable predator. The combination of raw muscle power and sophisticated hunting instincts has forged the image of a true ruler of nature. This video will take you to spectacular and fierce moments of the grizzly bear, a symbol of wild strength. The moose, with its massive antlers and regal appearance, is a symbol of strength and pride in nature. However, when facing the grizzly bear, one of the deadliest predators, they must fight not only with strength but also with agility and speed. The encounters between moose and grizzly bears are full of drama, where every strike and every reaction can change the course of the battle. Although the grizzly bear is powerful and relentless, the moose demonstrates extraordinary courage, sometimes creating unbelievable moments. These are life or death struggles that take your breath away, leaving anyone in awe of the moose's resilience. By the river, a grizzly bear attacks a moose. It chases the prey into the fast-moving water, and the moose tries to wade and escape. But the grizzly bear grabs it tightly, preventing its escape. The grizzly uses its massive body to clamp down on the moose's head and neck, submerging it to wear it down. Eventually, the moose succumbs and is dragged to the shore by the grizzly bear. By the lake, a moose rests on the shore. From a distance, a grizzly bear appears, and the moose, sensing danger, prepares to leave. But as they face each other, the moose runs and the grizzly bear quickly chases after it. However, the prey manages to escape. The black bear, although smaller than the grizzly bear, possesses incredible strength and agility. This bear species is not afraid of challenges, and when facing the grizzly bear, they demonstrate courage and clever tactics that leave everyone in awe. The battles between black bears and grizzly bears are always intense, as despite being smaller in size, the black bears use their speed and intelligence to counter the powerful enemy. The grizzly bear, with its superior strength, sometimes has to face the unexpected and impressive strategies of the black bear. These encounters between the two bear species are epic showdowns that keep viewers glued to the screen, full of drama and emotion. In a forest, a grizzly bear and a black bear are having a territorial dispute between two massive creatures. Both sides charge at each other, biting and clawing, neither one willing to back down, as this is a battle to assert their dominance. Which side will emerge victorious? In the forest, a grizzly bear is wandering, searching for food. As it walks, it spots a black bear and immediately chases after it. The black bear, frightened, climbs a nearby tall tree and successfully escapes from the grizzly bear. The bison, with its muscular body and incredible strength, is a symbol of resilience in the wild. However, when facing the grizzly bear, one of the most feared predators, everything becomes incredibly tense. The encounters between bison and grizzly bears are not only bloody battles, but also a clash between pure strength and determination. The bison, with its powerful horns and massive frame, fights back fiercely when attacked, but the grizzly bear is not easily deterred. Each charge from the bison is like a declaration of war, while the grizzly bear relentlessly attacks to assert its dominance. This battle brings heart-stopping moments where only one species can emerge victorious. The fight between these two powerful creatures leaves us in awe of their strength and survival instincts. On the other side of the road, a grizzly bear is slowly crossing the street. As soon as it reaches the other side, it rushes down a grassy hill where a bison is lying. However, seeing that the herd is larger, the grizzly bear decides to retreat from attacking. On the grassy hill, a bison spots the grizzly bear from afar and immediately charges toward it. As soon as the grizzly bear notices, it prepares to run toward the bison, but seeing the bison's aggression, quickly turns and flees. The two chase each other, but the grizzly bear is faster and eventually drives the bison away. The caribou, with its long antlers and majestic appearance, is one of the strongest wild animals. They travel across vast and challenging lands, always on high alert. However, sometimes confrontations with grizzly bears turn into a life-or-death challenge. The grizzly bear, with its immense strength and terrifying speed, doesn't hesitate to charge into fierce battles with the caribou. These dramatic moments captivate viewers as the caribou uses all its strength to protect its life. Meanwhile, the grizzly bear, with its bravery and skill, doesn't let its opponent escape easily. This confrontation is a relentless battle between two of nature's most powerful species. Across the vast plains, the grizzly bear relentlessly chases the caribou herd. Every time it gets closer, the caribou immediately split up to avoid it. In the end, no matter how hard it tries, the grizzly bear cannot catch any of them, exhausted, watching them run away. On the endless prairie, the grizzly bear speeds through the lush green grass towards the caribou herd. Seeing the grizzly bear approaching, the caribou panic and scatter, forgetting that a young one has been left behind. It becomes the target of the grizzly bear, and in an instant, the prey is taken down. The reindeer, a proud symbol of the icy north, stands out not only for its majestic stature and magnificent antlers, but also for its dramatic confrontations with grizzlies. When the bear charges with terrifying force, the reindeer fights back with fierce strikes of its antlers and swift movements across the thick snow. The bear's roars mix with the clash of antlers, creating a scene of survival that is both brutal and majestic. In this frozen land, every chase and every clash feels like a battle for life itself. The courage and unyielding will of the reindeer turn these encounters into unbelievable moments of the wild. On the prairie, a herd of reindeer grazes peacefully until a grizzly suddenly charges, throwing the herd into chaos. In the confusion, a young calf is seized by the bear, but with just a moment's lapse, the grizzly loses its grip. The calf scrambles free and dashes back into the herd, escaping the predator's jaws while the bear is left watching in frustration. On a lush green meadow, a herd of reindeer grazes, unaware, as a grizzly emerges at the edge. Sensing danger, the reindeer immediately sound the alarm, sending the herd fleeing. The grizzly gives chase, but the herd escapes in time. Only one calf, left behind and disoriented, fails to run. The bear lunges, bringing it down and tearing into it, turning the helpless calf into its next meal. The wolf, a cunning and intelligent predator, has always been a symbol of teamwork and smart tactics in the wild. But when faced with the grizzly bear, a massive and powerful enemy, their encounters become filled with drama. Although wolves can hunt in packs, the grizzly bear, with its superior strength and unpredictable ferocity, forces the wolves to fight to defend their territory. The attacks and defenses between them are tense, as the wolves must use all their agility and teamwork to counter the grizzly's immense power. These confrontations are not only life or math battles, but also a testament to survival between two wild warriors, where every mistake could be the end. In Yellowstone National Park, a grizzly bear is busy burying its prey in a thick pile of snow. pack of wolves, having caught the scent of the prey, gathers and attempts to approach the grizzly bear. Enraged, charges at them. The pack continues to grow, but facing the large, stubborn grizzly bear that refuses to leave, the wolves eventually give up and retreat together. In the forest, two wolves are enjoying their prey when a grizzly bear approaches. The wolves snarl and bare their teeth, trying to intimidate onto their prey and dragging it away. The wolves are struck by the grizzly's claws, causing them to flee in fear, abandoning their meal and retreating. The mountain lion, one of the most mysterious and legendary big cats, stands out for its speed and cunning in hunting. With incredible strength, they can face most foes in the wild, but when confronted with a grizzly bear, everything changes. The grizzly bear, with its massive size and brutal strength, is an opponent that even the mountain lion must be wary of. The encounters between these two species are breathtaking battles, where each species' survival instincts are fully displayed. The mountain lion, with its ability to target and strike swiftly, seems to make the grizzly bear step back. However, the grizzly bear is not easily defeated, with its superior strength and resilience in every confrontation. These encounters are a testament to the harsh wild life where only the strongest survive. A mountain lion wandered down the slope, its eyes glancing back as if something was following it. After descending the slope, the mountain lion stood quietly looking up at the hill, when suddenly a grizzly bear appeared, lurking under the trees. The mountain lion calmly observed before lying down to rest. But as soon as it lay down, the grizzly bear immediately moved towards the slope, causing the mountain lion to panic and flee. A mother mountain lion was playing with her cubs at the top of the mountain when it seemed to catch the scent of an intruder. Immediately, the mountain lion moved her cubs to a safe spot and turned to face the massive grizzly bear that was approaching, ready to protect her young. The two animals clashed in an attack under the fearful gaze of the mountain lion cubs, growling and threatening each other until finally the grizzly bear walked away, leaving peace for the mountain lion and her cubs. The moose, with its stunning antlers and graceful appearance, is often seen as a symbol of elegance in the wild. However, when facing the grizzly bear, the encounters become dramatic life-or-death struggles. Despite its agility and cunning, the moose cannot easily escape the brutality and overwhelming power of the grizzly. The battles between these two species are tense, with the moose utilizing its speed and survival instincts to dodge the grizzly's powerful strikes. At the same time, the grizzly bear continuously shows its superior strength and patience, always waiting for the chance to strike down its prey. Each encounter is a life-or-death challenge where every moment could shift the course of the battle. In the vast lake, a fierce grizzly bear tries to swim after the moose. However, the moose, with its larger body, has an advantage over the grizzly, swimming around the lake, teasing the predator. Each time the grizzly gets closer, the moose changes direction, swimming further away. Gradually, the grizzly bear becomes exhausted and gives up, leaving the prey standing in the water. A large grizzly bear casually walks through the forest when it encounters a moose. However, it doesn't seem to have any intention of attacking. The two just look at each other before moving on. By the lake, a mother moose and her calf are trapped at the shore, facing the grizzly bear. The grizzly charges, slashing at the ground with its claws, causing the calf to run to its mother in fear. The moose, angrily, charges toward the grizzly to chase it away. The two face each other, and seeing that the grizzly bear won't leave, the moose threatens it, causing the predator to flee into the forest, leaving peace for the mother and her calf. The black bear, with its agility and remarkable intelligence, is one of the best survivors in the wild. Although smaller than the grizzly bear, it is not intimidated when faced with one. The encounters between these two bear species always bring dramatic moments. The black bear uses its agility and smart tactics to cope with the stronger grizzly bear. Their battles are not just a clash of strength, but also a competition of wit and experience. These confrontations make nature even more intense and captivating than ever before. Sometimes, victory depends not only on strength, but also on the ability to deceive and take advantage of the environment. In such battles, anything can happen. The male grizzly bear, foraging near the water's edge, spots a female black bear and her cub on the hill. As soon as it sees the two black bears, it immediately charges toward them, causing the mother and cub to run away in fear. They quickly climb up the hill to a tall tree, with the grizzly bear still close behind. The mother black bear slides down to protect her cub, leaving it perched high in the tree. After a while, the grizzly bear slowly retreats, leaving the two black bears in peace. In the forest, a black bear is trying to cling to a tree, keeping a watchful eye on what's below. After a long time, it seems tired from holding on and decides to climb down. However, it appears to be afraid of something and hesitates, staying vigilant. A grizzly bear calls out from the forest, causing the black bear to quickly climb back up the tree. The two engage in a back and forth for a while. The grizzly bear has no intention of letting the black bear go and stays at the base of the tree, while the black bear remains up high, avoiding the grizzly's attacks. On a hill covered with trees, the grizzly bear was foraging when it suddenly spotted a black bear foraging nearby. Immediately, the massive grizzly bear charged swiftly towards the black bear, causing it to panic and quickly climb a tall tree to escape. The two chased each other up the tree, but the black bear seemed to be better at climbing, leaving the grizzly bear behind. However, the grizzly bear refused to give up. Will the black bear manage to escape? Salmon, with their resilience and enduring strength, are among the most remarkable fish in the wild. Every season, they travel thousands of kilometers to return to their spawning grounds, but their journey is never easy. The encounters between salmon and grizzly bears during hunting are intense and dramatic battles. Salmon, with their strong survival instincts, are not easily caught. They swim fast and do whatever they can to escape the predator's attack. These life-or-death moments between salmon and grizzly bears will keep you on the edge of your seat. These fierce battles are not just struggles between species, but also trials of nature. By a stream, the grizzly bear stands at the headwaters, waiting for the salmon to swim past. It watches intently, even missing a few opportunities. In just a moment, the grizzly bear catches its first prey, happily placing it on a rock to enjoy. The grizzly bear quickly finishes eating and catches another one within seconds without expending much effort. Under the rushing stream filled with white foam, a grizzly bear carefully watches below, waiting for its prey. The grizzly bear lowers its head into the water, and in the blink of an eye, it catches a salmon, drags its catch to the shore along with its two cubs to enjoy the meal. Under the water, a grizzly bear is focused on catching its prey. A salmon is quickly grabbed by the grizzly bear, which sits just beneath the water, enjoying the fresh catch with great satisfaction. In the dense forests of North America, black bears, though smaller, are agile and extremely cunning, always finding ways to survive in harsh wilderness. When faced with a massive gray bear, encounters quickly turn dramatic and unbelievable. The black bear dodges and counters unexpectedly, creating tense mind games between two powerful predators. Every move, every strike carries life or death stakes, leaving viewers breathless with every moment. Despite being overpowered, the black bear demonstrates extraordinary intelligence and courage. These confrontations are not just survival battles. They are a testament to the skill and bravery of the black bear. All of this creates captivating wild scenes that are hard to look away from. A male gray bear foraging near the water spots a female black bear and her cub on the hill. The moment it sees them, it charges, causing the mother and cub to panic and flee. They run quickly up the hill to a tall tree and climb it. Seeing the gray bear still following closely to protect her cub, the mother black bear slips, leaving the cub clinging to the high branches. After a while, the gray bear ambles away, leaving peace for the mother and cub. In the forest, a black bear clings to a tree, carefully observing below. After a long hesitation, apparently tired from holding on, it decides to climb down, but seems too frightened to move and stays alert. A gray bear in the forest roars, startling the black bear into scrambling back up the tree. The two stalk each other for a long while. The gray bear shows no intention of giving up, holding its ground at the base of the tree, while the black bear stays perched above to avoid attack. On a tree-covered hill, a gray bear foraging suddenly spots a black bear below, also searching for food. Immediately, the massive gray bear charges toward the black bear, scaring it into quickly climbing a tall tree. Both chase each other up the tree, but the black bear seems to be a better climber, leaving the gray bear below. Yet the gray bear refuses to give up. Will the black bear manage to escape? The unbelievable attacks of the grizzly bear have shown us the terrifying power and danger of this animal. Keep watching to not miss out on more dramatic and surprising moments in the wild.